I want to talk about, I mean, we're really focusing this retreat is like, have you guys been seeing, like, you're doing healing work? I know Laura's seen it. I don't know, Elizabeth has been seeing this, but there's like a black goo that people, that's like blanketing people. And it's like, even in their chakra systems, like when we're doing energy healing, there's this black goo that's like attacking people or attaching onto people. And it's making them very angry. If it's an angry energy, fearful, angry, kind of, it can manifest in different ways, different people, but we need to get rid of the black goo.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
also
like,
making them like zombies. I saw quite a few
yeah,
people walking around, and they're almost in a zombie zone, and you can see that their aura is really black, really dark, and they're just not like they're not in their body at
yeah, they're
all.
disconnected. They're completely
Yeah,
disconnected from source. Like they're just like, I
it's
mean, they
really
have a
sad
soul.
to see.
I know
Yeah.
it is. It's like, we
Is
need to
this
help
a
these
recent,
people.
is this a recent phenomenon? Like the black
Well,
gold?
not really. No, it's in the last few years. Elle and I have been seeing it for the past few years in our healings, but it kind of
Mm.
seems to be getting worse.
Especially since 2020, it got really bad.
Yeah, it was kind of released with like the whole,
Like
I
the
don't,
veil got really thin, and I've noticed so many more portals have been opened. Like
Mhm.
it's just there's a lot more of the supernatural interactions going on than ever before. It's just really pretty wild.
Yeah, it's like the
Really
wild
cool.
wide west out there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But regular people are having really weird experiences and they don't know what to do, with the stuff that they're seeing. They're, like, am I crazy? What's going on? But, people are saying my chakras are broken. I'm getting all kinds of stuff. Like some guys, like, I think I sold my soul and I think my chakra is broken. Can you rebuild I'm getting all kinds of different things. People are experiencing it in a different way.
Yeah, and
You
men
know,
seem to be experiencing it more like in a mechanical phase. Like they think that they're becoming robots and stuff.
Oh wow.
And yeah, so that's really kind of interesting how the male energy is portraying this energetic thing.
Yeah, it's all interpretation because really, like, their soul's fine. Their soul's okay. Their soul's with God,
Yeah.
like it's connected. It's just their human,
This huge transition.
their human
from
awareness of their
gender.
soul is not. It's like, their human awareness of their soul is, that's that they've lost something when they really just maybe lost their connection to source a little bit because of the black goo. The black goo, it's coming through like 5G, it's coming through the EMF, it's coming through technology, it's just attaching onto people in different ways. So, and it's just this black sludge. It looks like sludge or goo, and you'll see it on their crown. A lot of times it'll be on their head. You're nodding your head, Elizabeth, like, yes, you've been seeing. Yeah. So it's definitely kind of like it's just a negative energy, but it doesn't really have any power anymore. Like, I feel like we've gotten rid of like whatever's powering it. Cause there was like this big octopus thing that was powering it. And we've been working really hard to, you saw it. Yeah. You know what we're talking about. Yeah. We've been working on this octopus thing. Elle and I have, I know a lot of other people have too. It's not just us. We're not the saviors of the world or anything, but a lot of light workers have been.
Have you noticed white noise? Like every time you're trying to tune into someone and you're coming into their field, it's almost like going into
buzzing
white noise.
Like a buzzing sound.
Yeah, it's like
black and white. They have like a film on them. Like you talk about. They have like a film over
them.
them.
Okay, I gotta clear this.
Yes.
So I can see you.
Yeah, you have to clear it off.
White noise. It's the only thing I can explain it.
Yeah, it's like it's weird. I don't.
So
yeah.
what if I am somebody I can't see? So would I still feel around people?
You can feel it. It feels like just really kind of yucky, like angry. They'll kind of act resentful and bitter, I've noticed. And they're trying to blame other people for whatever they're doing, whatever they're feeling.
Feeling wise, if you do feeling, it's your vibrational frequency feels off. The frequency feels like it's just boom, 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 boom. Like, really
it's not
off and kind of like anxiety type almost of a energetic feeling wise.
It's really interesting.
Like my ex a lot.
Huh?
That sounds like my ex a lot. I'm saying, I don't know.
It affects people so differently. It depends on like where they're weak in their aura. For me,
yes, it attacks their
and how it emotionally comes out.
It attacks their vulnerabilities. Wherever their weaknesses are, it exacerbates their weaknesses. It goes after. It's dark. It's not powerful, so it has to go after the person's weakness. It goes after their weakest part, their ego, their fears, their anger, whatever it is that they're weakened. it's going after that. And it's also affecting people physically. It's causing cancer in people. It's causing
Yeah,
the organs to
I
shut
noticed
down.
all
It's
that.
causing blood flow issues, it's just causing a lot of other stuff. Like it's all connected together. Like, cause I mean, there's more sick people now than ever. And there's like the sick energy. It's just sick energy. It's just
Yeah.
illness. I mean, it's illness itself. Like it's just energetic illness, like where it's just kind of like blah, you
Kind of
know?
how we say it's dis-ease. It's creating a dis-ease in the body, you
Mhm.
know, and an imbalance. It's just that's what it's just the energy's just creating. And
Yeah, because like to be in the
yeah,
healing state, we're supposed to heal. Obviously, our bodies are made to heal. We're made to heal ourselves. We get to cut our finger, or heal it starts to heal. This energy basically blocks that frequency, so that it takes people out of the healing state. So they take longer to heal. People are like getting these ailments, and they're taking years. I mean, I have a guy that had like they call it long COVID. He had COVID for 2 years. I'm like, no, that's not. That's
COVID.
not, no, that's not, no. So it's just, and doctors don't even know what's going on. They're just telling people random things, I think, because I mean,
yeah, it's a
like,
misalignment, and
they
I know if the
can't figure
doctors
it
don't
out.
even know what it is. You know,
Yeah,
most
it's
of the people are like,
energetic.
"Oh, we can't figure out what's wrong with you."
But
Yeah.
it
And
makes
so they just
an
give them whatever
octopus.
they think they can come up with. I mean, it's happened with my own daughter, with the frequencies being so out of balance and trying to keep her. But I'm noticing that with the youth, with the teenagers, really, really heavy energies with them.
Really
They're getting
affecting
highly
them.
affected because I think it's because they're so tuned into electronics like 24/7. Might be
Mm.
why they're getting so much heavier attack and their energy is
Yeah.
so out of balance.
Oh, that's concerning then. Like,
Yeah, but the good news is that like the Galactic Federation has defeated the octopus final, the serpent, whatever that thing, that big squid that has like a millions of tentacles connected to it. They defeated that. So all that's left over is what I've been hearing from my guys is the residual sludge, the goo. Like the goo is left, and everybody's free will has to disconnect themselves from that and connecting themselves back to source light. So they need pure white light, pure source God light to to clear it. And it's not hard to clear. It's not for us. It's easy to easy to clear, and people will feel better instantly, if not within a couple of days of working with us, with their source, bringing that white light in, that source light, that Reiki, whatever you call it. It's this pure light energy. They
mhm.
feel better right away. They start to recover, pretty quickly. That's the good news is that, but we just need to hit as many people with this light as we can. So that's why I'm hoping for this event that we can get some good amount of people coming. Even if we have to give a ticket away, I don't care. Like give your tickets away. Like just tell people to come. Invite everybody.
During my
to
meditation
connect
recently,
them.
I went into a deep one, and what I got was that the shadow selves are being enhanced right now. Like people's shadows are completely
Mhm.
being enhanced so they can fix it.
Yeah.
And it's even more so
Mm.
because that they need to release that to let go for this new energy that's coming in.
Yeah,
And
because
if
we're
they
looking to
don't let go
find
of the
what find
shadow part, and they
yeah.
don't embrace this and learn from it and let go of this shadow part of them,
Oh my God, I'm
that's what's
getting
going to move
chills.
up into
Yeah, we have
evolve,
to,
because you
because we're
can't
going to 5D,
you
which is the
can't reach
golden weight.
enlightenment.
Yeah.
Yeah, you cannot reach enlightenment is what I got.
No.
As long as you haven't cured your shadow side, which is all of your lessons you came here with to learn and to complete. And I
Mhm.
didn't understand that about the shadow side before. I thought, oh, that's just our other personalities and things we came, but they're our lessons. They were what we came here to learn.
Our
You know,
purpose.
like, oh
They're-
wow, that's kind of
Yeah.
the awakening for me. It was. I didn't realize that.
The shadow side has to
By
be healed by the
enhancing
light of
more,
our
if you don't learn
consciousness.
it, you keep
Mm.
repeating it until
Yes.
you get it through. So it's enhancing this because people have got to learn and move on,
Mhm.
just so they can become enlightened, and we can bring like Eden back to earth, opening those realms of love to come back in.
Yes,
I
we're
mean, the
going to.
angels already
Yeah.
came here. There's a whole group of angels that I think it was in April, they came in onto the earth, here to start this movement and this energy. So they're also waking up that shadow side, trying to get people to start changing,
Facing
changing
it.
that
They have
part,
to
fixing
face it,
that
and they
part,
have to
learning their
defeat
lessons,
it.
and moving
Defeat
past
their
it.
shadow. Yeah, they have to embrace their shadow, whatever they need to do. And it has to do with the relationships with other people that are entangled. It's everything, it's everything they came here to learn. We have to clear those lessons because, you hear different theories of like, oh, the earth's going to split off into two different earths and like how some people are going to move on. And we're all moving together. We're not splitting up. We all have to move. Everybody has to move up. Like we're all
It's not
ascending.
end of the world.
No, it's not. We all
crazy.
have to go. So we have to bring the lowest. We have to bring everyone behind along with us. We can't leave anyone behind. Everyone needs to shift into that frequency of like unity. It's really about unity, oneness with source, that we're all one. When we work independently by ourselves, we're not powerful. But when you work with Jesus, when you work with God, when you work with angels, when you work with the Galactic Federation, when you work with all these high vibrational
And
beings, that's where our power is, and with each other. Because on the earth, they're all here. We're already all here, we're in our bodies, we're ready to go. So we just need to activate everyone and help them to see it within, it's inside of each person. And they really have to do it on their own. We can guide them, but they have to go within themselves and find their power and see their own light. We can help them, we can guide them and give them tools, but they have to do that for themselves. We can't do it for anyone else. So, but we can help them. But we're going to bring everybody with us. So that's why we're doing this. Is what the Light the Way is about, why we're trying to what we're lighting the way for, because there's a golden wave. We're moving to the golden age. It's cosmic. There's a golden cosmic wave in the solar system that's heading towards Earth, and it's going to hit Earth. And we're all going to be touched by this energy. It's going to be beautiful. And I kept seeing it for the past several years. I was shown by Jesus. He kept showing me this. He's like, don't worry, Emily, everyone's going to wake up and they're all going to know. We're going to know. It's going to be okay. Because I'm like, what's happening? Because the world is falling apart. What are we going to do? I was like kind of distraught, like what the heck? But anyways, it's going to be okay. And he kept showing me this golden light just sweeping through the earth. And then I was seeing that too on the galactic side where it's actually a cosmic energy that's coming from the stars, and it's going to sweep. It's scientifically it's not going to be a solar flare. We're not going to blow up or anything like that. It's going to be an energy that comes and it touches everyone, and it awakens us all. And we all we're not really leaving. We're just raising our awareness of being one, of being family. We're family, We're all loved, and the love is what binds us together. The love is what binds us all together in the universe. So we're becoming one with the universe, and it's going to be beautiful. But we got to help the ones that aren't aware, and it's that's the challenge.
Yeah.
That's the challenge. We help them with love, helping them love themselves and see that it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's okay if you did something bad. It's okay. You can change, and you can still be, you're okay. You can be, you can make up for that. You can be who you are. It's not about being perfect so anyway, that's kind of what
I like perfectly imperfect.
Yeah, we're learning. We're all learning,
in different grades.
Yeah. What else do you guys think? What else is going on? Are you guys seeing? It's good to connect and just hear kind of what everyone sees and how they perceive it. So we all perceive it different. There's no right, I'm not right. I'm just seeing what I'm seeing,
Oh, it's basically everything I'm seeing is the same thing. I know that healing has been more advanced for me, which is really cool because I've actually seen energies that certain illnesses have certain colors to them.
Oh,
And when you're you're actually pulling them out of the body, you can see it coming out, like this energy just flowing right out of their body, and whatever that illness is, it carries a color. I've done it with what was it, 3 different people now that had liver failure from alcoholism. And they were literally on the deathbed. Their bodies were, I didn't know this about before. I've never encountered that. So I had no idea that their bodies turn yellow when your liver starts failing. I didn't know that.
Jaundice. They get jaundice.
So but for me, when I was doing the healing and trying to bring these people back to life, keeping them there, and because they were family members. And then so I was doing it, for myself out, in my sacred space. and not understanding and knowing that, but energetically being in a distance because they were in, far away from me. It was like I was able to get to the hospital to see them. So just at the healing here, seeing and pulling that energy out and seeing it as this murky, really icky yellow color, and just pulling it out and pulling it out, and having that confirmation from a family member saying, yeah, they were all yellow, and all of a sudden all this yellow just started fading out and their color started coming back. And I didn't tell them, what I do and what I was seeing, because a lot of them are, not quite in that area and understanding that level. But it made me feel good because it was confirmation of the colors. It was confirmation of what we're seeing and what kind of cell level healing we're doing, and how we can actually pull that poisons right out of their bodies energetically. I found that very fascinating. And so I've been doing a lot of that kind of work that's been coming towards me, and a lot of cancers, like you said, coming at me. And I've just been working on different alignments out of those bodies. And you can just see the different effects, the different colors and where it's at. So
What color is
that's kind
cancer?
of fascinating.
Is it like green? What color is cancer?
The cancer was more like it was more like a red color almost. It was like a really brownish, reddish, dirty red. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the cancer ones. And I'm pulling that out. I'm pulling out this like murky, red looking, muddy color out
What
of
are
there.
the little black dots? I've been seeing little black dots.
Oh, I see black dots everywhere. That's
Okay,
that's
'cause
where I'm
you
like,
see
okay,
better
is
than
this
I do,
person's got
so-
blocks or energy? Something's going on, because there's a bunch of little black dots here and there. So I just
Okay.
dissolve them. When I see the
Those
little
are
black dots, I
blockages?
just dissolve them. I'm just like,
I thought
seeing
those were cancer. Those aren't cancer. Those are like, I thought they were cancer. The
oh,
black
they're
dots.
everything. Black dots, I'm noticing they show up as there is something in someone's body that's not right. and
It doesn't
misaligned.
belong. Like, I
Anything.
know
It's
that.
It's like the larger the disease is, the bigger the black dot is. So
Mm,
when I'm like
okay.
totally going into that black dot and I start to try to focus on what it is and pulling this out, that's when the colors start coming in. Is when I'm pulling that. When I actually get into the body and start pulling that out, that's when I start seeing colors start appearing of what this is and pulling that out. But when I'm just visualizing just into their energetic body, it's black dots. in different
Okay, because
shapes.
I haven't seen that. I'm like, is that
Yeah.
cancer? I didn't think it was cancer. So it's not necessarily only cancer, it can be anything. It's just a disease.
Yeah.
It just doesn't belong. It obviously doesn't
It's all
belong.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it on the energetic
I'm
body or
just
the
gonna
physical
lighting it
body?
up. Lighting it up.
What was that?
Is it on the energetic body you're seeing black dots, or the physical body inside the body?
I
The
see it
energetic
inside- I
body is
see-
where I think
I
that's
see it
where I
inside
feel
the
like the
body.
black dots are. It's when I get into the physical body
Mhm.
and I start
Yeah.
going more into the physical body. I start getting colors of what's going on here. So most of it seems like food poisoning. I had a girl I was healing with food poisoning, and they didn't know what was wrong with her. They couldn't figure it out, but it was poisoning from something she consumed. It was an actual poison in her body. And that poison came in as, it was almost like what did I say? A silvery color.
Mm.
It was just this weird looking silvery color. Is the only thing I could think of that poison that was in their body. So I just started pulling out what I was seeing, and it was all up in their whole intestines, their small intestines, their stomach. It was just covered with all of this really weird looking silver. And that turns out that she found out she had got a hold of that Capri Sun, when the Capri Sun was had been poisoned or something. It was bad and recalled. And she had been drinking boxes upon boxes of this and had no
Oh.
idea.
Wow.
And they didn't know, doctors couldn't figure out what was wrong with her. Her
And those
entire
are in a
body had
silver
been poisoned.
pouch too. That's weird because
Yeah.
those are in a silver pouch. So you're probably seeing the silver as a symbol that that's where that came from. That is
So,
interesting.
yeah, it was, I don't know. I just know that was pretty wild, but she's doing so much better. And, she was pretty much on her deathbed. She was just like, she thought it was over. So, getting that done and saying, we can do this to people. People could do this to themselves. We actually can pull all of this stuff out of our bodies. And that part has been real fun for me. I'm just like, yes.
Yeah,
It's a whole new level.
I'm guessing that's why you want to do the miraculous. You want to do the
It
miraculous
is why I've
healing.
been focusing on the healing.
Let's do
part.
it.
And so,
We can
like,
do it. We can do miraculous healing. Because energy is moving so much easier now. That's the good news. There's a lot of weird stuff, but it's also moving easier. So that's good. That's